Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Pregame from the Pond, Madison Mallard Pregame Show. Derek Brizendine alongside Alec Dopp. And Alec, I'd consider that a statement win last night.
Oh, absolutely. The 19 runs, I mean, you never see that, in the Northwoods League. It was a great win for the guys, especially coming off, an up and down kind of stretch here in the last few weeks, you could say. But to cap the series against the Bullfrogs was definitely needed.
And score 10 runs there in the ninth. That's big, but already had the lead going in, and that's big credit to our pitchers, holding Green Bay to just 3 runs, was it 19-3 final there? And that says a lot about the arms.
Oh, absolutely, and it's funny you mentioned that because actually A.J. Bogucki, who started yesterday for the Mallards, he gave up 3 runs over, I think, 3 2/3 innings, so obviously not a great start from him. In what's actually been a pretty impressive second half, but Justin Watts came on in relief of AJ last night, and he really pitched well. Didn't allow a run, and he just 1 hit allowed. And he's, Justin Watts is really, kind of emerged as a key component to this Mallards bullpen, and it was good to see him get the winning decision last night.
And last night, that win was so huge as we look. Only a week left in the season. Can't believe it's already here. But week left, and the playoff picture is slowly coming together. There's still some gaps, but it looks like there's a big difference there between Kenosha and us, Green Bay, and La Crosse, and then Lakeshore down in the 5th seed. So it looks like the playoff picture is pretty well set, barring some major catastrophe. But the second half, the Mallards could still have it. All of them still have a chance to win that second half and beat out Kenosha. But the race for the overall 2 spot, that's going to be big.
Oh, absolutely. It seems like Kenosha's been, the hands-down favorite for most of the season. I mean, they've got great pitching, great hitting, as we've seen at Warner Park several times this season. And, Lakeshore's coming on strong here recently. They've got 3 wins in a row coming into tonight. And, like you mentioned, we've known what teams are going to be kind of in the playoffs, somewhat of a mix of, Kenosha, the Mallards, La Crosse, and then Green Bay. But, with Lakeshore coming along strong and the Bullfrogs kind of slip in here lately, it's going to be a jumble to see what seeds everything is going to, kind of work out to be. But we've known for a while here, which kind of teams are going to be, staking their claim as postseason kind of contenders.
And it's going to be a big top postseason here in the South Division as we kind of look at it. And to get that 2 seed, that would guarantee you a first-round playoff game, which for some teams, might not be as big of an advantage, but for the Mallards, playing in front of such a big crowd on such a usual basis, that crowd really rallies behind them, and we've seen that through the walk-off victories this year.
Oh, absolutely, and it's funny you mentioned, kind of how we've been able to play, great at home this year because the Mallards offense actually, as we've noted in our pregame program for today's game, the Mallards have 28 home runs in 30 games at home. So that's a home run per game average. You're going to win some ball games where you get a home run, at least a game, generally speaking. And, on the road, the Mallards haven't really, it's about a home run every other game average, 18 and 32 games for the Mallards. So, a big game tonight, obviously, in front of all these fans. And like you said, Derek, playing in front of these fans really helps the bats especially get going. And we'll get to see that tonight.
And this homestand we got here coming up next week, games that we need to win against teams like Alexandria and Battle Creek, and then finishing off the season with what could be, home field advantage on the line at La Crosse.
Oh, absolutely. I think we've pretty much put a pin in that last series with La Crosse, pretty much since the end of the first half, actually, when we kind of capped the first half in La Crosse with that doubleheader that the Mallards actually split that day. But, those 2 teams, we've seen them battle it out neck and neck all season. They really seemed well, evenly matched. And I think a lot of teams, match up with each other well as far as talent and, ability to score runs at home, on the road. But it's going to be important that the Mallards play their best ball tonight, get that momentum going against teams in Alexandria who's played well, coming on strong lately. And yeah, it's just a critical part of the season for Madison.
Just real quick here, talking about tonight's game. Tell us just real fast here, what we can expect from 2 starting pitchers.
Oh, Andrew Beckwith for the Mallards. He's going to be starting in his 8th game this season, and he's coming off a quality start, which was his 4th of the season against Lakeshore. The Mallards actually lost last July 26th when he pitched last, but he's pitched incredibly well, and I think that's really a staple to him. Not walking a lot of batters, and it's going to be key for him to establish the zone early tonight. And then for the Woodchucks, Jared Skolnicki, he's got a strikeout per inning average, or at least around that, which is impressive, especially in the Northwoods League. And the Mallards have hit left-handed pitching well this season, and it'll be important that they swing the bat effectively tonight against him.
Gonna need to have a big game tonight, as just a week left here. Before we go, we have one more Wisconsin Towns name video for you guys to enjoy. So we hope you enjoy that. Enjoy the game, and we'll see you back here for the final week of the season on Monday.
I'm Dalton Spain. I'm from Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
Anthony Gonsolin, St. Mary's College of California.
Scott Tyler, Ball State University.
Jonathan Quintana, Barry University.
Colin Thoreau, Oklahoma State University.
Hi, I'm Nick Gruner, and I go to Harvard.
Scott Moss, University of Florida.
Nate Hoffman, Middle Tennessee State University.
All right, let's see if I learn anything.
Walpaca.
Wapaka. Wayupaka?
Walpaca.
Wupaka.
Walpaca.
Did you say I was close?
Walpaca.
Wopaka.
Wapaka? That's good.
Wapaka.
Viroquai. Viroqua.
Gosh. Varroque. Varroca.
Viroca?
Varroque.
Verocay.
Viroqua.
Verocua. Verocua? Verocua? All right. Viroqua. Viroquo? Viroqua?
Viraqua.
Shawano. Shwamana.
Shawano.
How do you say that one?
Shawano.
Shawano.
Shawana.
Shawano? Shawnano? No, Shawnano. Yeah.
Schwano.
I don't think these are real cities.
Lake. Bededemorts. Bededemorts. Bededemorts.
Like, that's a false lake. That's not a lake. Lake Budded Morts.
Lake Butterdemorts.
Not even close.
Budded Mortes. Lake Budded Morts.
Lake Butter Moats?
Lake Boot Morts? Booted Morts? No.
Lake Bud de Moats?
Lake Betedemorts.
Lake Butt E de Moats?
Lake. What the?
Is that one fake?
Lake. Bededemorts. Lake Booted the Morts. Lake. Hold on, I'm gonna think about this.
Bootedemorts? I don't know.
What?
Lake Budded Morts. Potato Morts? But Edamarts. I don't know.
Lake Buttermorts? Buttedemorts? I've never heard of that before in my life, and I'm from here.